What's going on, guys? It's Alexa back with another video, and as you guys could tell from the clips earlier, it's still full-blown winter outside, and this kind of explains why I'm doing a video inside today. I am going to get some additional lighting eventually here on the channel, so hopefully this setup will be a little bit cleaner in case I do more videos on the inside. But yeah, it's always nice to have that option, and until spring starts to rear its head around the corner, you guys can kind of see why I haven't been doing too many videos outside yet. But you know, hopefully mod season is around the corner, and we'll see what I can do budget wise, which, you know, trying to conserve, because obviously this place ain't cheap. But I'm glad I have it, very grateful, and of course I want to thank you guys for coming here and watching once again. And today I decided that I wanted to kind of list some of the videos that I thought would make my own personal list of honorable mentions that I have filmed over the last almost 3 years. Coming up in March, it'll be 3 years that I've started my channel. And of course, I have a lot of content that's out there that you guys probably haven't seen yet. So I wanted to mention some of the videos that I thought really made kind of my top tier list. So I have a few categories that I want to name. If I can't find a video clip from that video that I mentioned, I'm definitely going to link it in the screen, so make sure you click on that if you're ever curious of the title that I mentioned. And I'm going to give some background about why that video made my list of honorable mentions. So we're going to go down this list here. So if you guys don't know, I do have a couple of playlists on my channel. I do have mod and install videos. I have a playlist for C3 related videos, C3 Car Club, the car club that I'm in here in the Richmond, Virginia area. I also have a car and truck review playlist, and you guys can check out all of those playlists that have you know, different types of videos, and whatever you're interested in, you can check that out and let me know what you think. So I kind of wanted to list some of my favorite videos that are in those categories. So I'll start off with my favorite C3 Car Club related video that I've posted. There were a few that were really good in my opinion, but the one that stood out to me the most, and the one that I thought was one of the more fun ones, was our Rock the Lot that occurred back in 2019. We had a car show essentially where we invited, you know, different C3 chapters from different areas, other car clubs, to, you know, come out, showcase their cars. We were giving away trophies, awards. One of the competitions was a revving competition. So basically King of Muscle, Queen of Muscle, something like that. So we had, you know, a bunch of cars that had really loud exhaust, line up, take turns at revving. We would kind of do like audience rating. So whoever the audience got the hypest for, you know, that would kind of be the winner of that round. And, you know, it kind of went on and on. So I think most of us were deaf by the end of that event. So it was definitely a lot of fun. So definitely check that video out. I definitely thought it was fun. And like I said, me personally, it's one of my favorite C3 videos. But like I said, I have several up there that you guys can go check out. So moving on to my favorite mod and install video, because you guys know I do a lot of that between the Camaro and the Jeep. You know, I try to go back and forth between which one I'm going to mod which day and everything. They've both come a long way, and I'm very happy with how both vehicles look right now. They look nothing like what they did when I first bought them, I will say that. And you know, I enjoy driving them every time I get in. The joy has not left, and I do a pretty good job with kind of alternating driving Bruce a couple days, and then I'll drive the Jeep for a couple days and everything. So I kind of alternate between what I drive and everything, so that way nothing sits for too long. And especially now in the winter, you already know I'm driving the Jeep a lot more than normal. So but my favorite mod / install video would have to be Bruce getting his high flow cats. Between my reaction and just the difference that it made after the install, the before and after was just insane to me. And I have to say that I have caught myself watching that video like over and over, not like in a stream, but you know, like sometimes I'll go back, and if someone left a comment on that video, I'll go and look at the comment, and then I'll go watch the video again, or at least, you know, the highlighted parts. But to me, it's definitely my favorite install video, because the change was just so drastic, and I didn't think that it would be that much of a difference, honestly. So I'm so happy. Like, that's still one of my favorite mods to this date between both vehicles. Like, it's insane how much it improved just from that one thing. So RST catted connection pipes, they were $450 when I bought them a couple years ago. So yeah, it was definitely worth the price. So happy with it. So if you guys haven't seen that video somehow, definitely go check that out. It's definitely one of my favorite videos just in general. So I'm not sure how some of you guys found my channel, but there is one video on my channel that still has the most views, and this is probably the one video that will surpass 100,000 views. And of course, to me, that's a lot. I know to some other people, you know, it's here and there, it's subjective, but definitely my most popular video on my channel would be the 2019 Corvette Stingray review. Because when I did that, it's definitely, well, it still is, a Corvette is definitely still one of my dream cars, and it's something that I would really, really, really like to have. And, you know, if budget allows, and, you know, we'll see what the future holds, but if I could get one, definitely would. The review was fun. It was a beautiful white Corvette. The salesperson was really helpful, and it's, you know, I really think that's how most of my subscribers found my channel, is through that video. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out. It's a really fun video, and the car is beautiful. I loved every minute of that review, and it was great. So since I'm primarily a car review channel, I have to have a few car reviews that, you know, stood out as my favorite. Obviously, since I have so many car reviews that I've accumulated over the years, it was really, really hard to narrow down which one of these was my favorite. But I picked a top 3 for my car reviews that made the list on this channel. Number 3, if I go 3, 2, 1, number 3 has to be one of our C3 members, Hellcat. She has a 2019 Dodge Challenger Hellcat that makes 717 horsepower. At the time, I had already done a Hellcat review, so it wasn't my very first time being in a Hellcat, but it had been such a long time in between those 2 reviews. The feeling was just kind of all over. It was brand new again in my eyes. And my friend Janae that was in the car, you know, both of our reactions was, it was just really, not extra, but it was just a lot of fun. And the Hellcat surprises me every single time that I drive it. I have a feeling that at the time when I drove it, it still hadn't been broken in yet with the mileage. So I wasn't getting the full 717 horsepower. I was just getting, I think, 500 horsepower, whatever that limit is. So still, it surprised me. It surprised both of us, and that was a ton of fun. I'm so grateful that Miss Carolyn let us drive that car, and it's amazing every single time I drive one. Number 2 would have to be I believe this one was also a 2019 Camaro Z01. The color was great. The Camaro itself performed well. You guys already know I daily drive a Camaro, so sitting in this just really felt like home to me. And if I could upgrade Bruce or trade him in for something, it would probably be a Z01. They're just so impressive to me, and I love the way they look. The 6th gen Z01s, man, the way they look, I can't get over it. So I would love to get one of those, but the review itself was great. Like I said, the salesman helped me out so much, and I just love the car. I really enjoyed myself that day. Number 1 would have to be what I mentioned earlier, the 2019 Corvette Stingray, because as I said, the Corvette has been on my dream car list for a while now, and the review itself just went so smooth. The salesman was great, the car was great, and I really didn't want to get out of it. Like, once the review was done, I was like, you sure you can't let me just borrow this for a little bit? I think the Corvette has to be my favorite car review of all time. And of course, I feel like it's what brought a lot of you guys to my channel, so I'm very grateful for that review, and it was really impactful, and I loved it. Now, I mentioned a lot about car reviews, and obviously I reviewed some trucks as well. So I would have to say my favorite truck video is one that I did pretty recently with a salesperson who's also a member of C3, Ronnie. We reviewed a 2019 Sierra Black Widow AT4, and it was, you know, in the words of Tall Guy, it was top of the mook in my opinion. It already had a 6-inch lift, it had aftermarket wheels, it had great interior features and little tidbits that tied it back to the Black Widow, and it was just a really comfortable truck. It was sitting high, it looks mean, it looks intimidating coming down the road. And of course, people that like that stuff, yeah, I feel like it's the perfect truck for that truck enthusiast, and it's badass. Like, and Ronnie just did a really good job with helping me with that review, so I appreciate her for that. She still works there at Rick Hendrick Chevrolet, so if you guys want to, Rick Hendrick, Buick, Chevrolet, GMC, all of that. So if you guys want to hit her up and see what they have available, she will definitely help you out. So check her out, but that was a really fun truck review. So of course I'm talking about all of my favorite videos and reviews and stuff like that, but there are some times where I've had some videos that are not so lighthearted, and I would have to say my least favorite video that I've posted on my channel would have to be showcasing how Bruce got his fender damaged at Virginia Beach. It was not fun. I was still very upset while I was filming that video, and the fender got damaged because a gate swung out because a breeze blew the gate open. It wasn't one of these type of gates that you have in parking lots. It was one of these, and it has a U-clip that will, you know, help close and secure the gate. The wind blew the gate out into my exit path as I was leaving the parking lot with C3, and the gate was supposed to be tethered down. It wasn't. The wind blew it open, and it hit that U-joint, clipped my fender and bent the hell out of it. And I'm still pretty pissed every time I talk about it, because there was a gate attendant at the parking lot at the time, but somehow the parking lot was not held responsible. Long story that I'm not going to get into. I got it fixed, obviously, but it was just really hard to make that video because I was just still really upset at the time, and it was just not fun. Of course, I have other not so fun videos where something's wrong with Bruce, or you know, something breaks, just like any other car enthusiast person. Sometimes your car does not work right, or something's wrong and you don't know what the cause is. But this one was just like, it was literally a fender bender, and you know, it wasn't my fault because you know, nature caused this to happen. I don't know, and nature and negligence essentially. So it was really hard to make, but that's my least favorite video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. But seeing Bruce that way really hurt me. So, and of course, to round it all up, we're going to discuss the top 5 videos, in my opinion, that were my favorite on my channel. So we're going to go in order, 5 all the way up to 1. So number 5, in my opinion, would have to be my Jeep Wrangler playing in the snow. It was probably 2 months after I bought the Jeep, because I bought it in September of 2018, I want to say, and then it snowed in December. And what was it? It was really early December. It snowed, and it was quite a bit for Central Virginia. And I was like, "Ooh, this is a perfect time where I could test out my Wrangler." And so, you know, I was just driving around a parking lot. There were maybe about 4 inches of snow on the ground at the time, and I just got to test out the 4-wheel drive and, you know, just see what it's like to have an all-terrain vehicle. You know, I've never really driven anything similar to that. I've always driven cars. It was really cool to see a multi-capable vehicle, you know, performing in its elements or something like that. But it was really fun. The Jeep did well. Won't be the last time that I take it out in snow. And clearly, if the weather keeps up the way it is, it definitely won't be the last time. So definitely, I would say that's about number 5. And this was a hard list to make. So number 4 would have to be the day Bruce got dynoed at National Speed. So that's where he got the tune. They did the dyno and basically kind of gave him an extra, how much was that dyno tune? I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head, how much it gave, but he's currently sitting at 457 crank horsepower. So that increased from where he started at baseline, which was about maybe 420-ish. So I was really impressed with the numbers. And of course, I'll link the video if you guys haven't seen that yet, but it was definitely a fun day. A few members from C3 came with me and, you know, watched the process. So it was a lot of fun, but Bruce kind of became a different animal after that. Number 3, another video that I made recently was doing snow donuts in Bruce. We had a snowstorm a few weeks ago, and you know, I wanted to take Bruce out to a parking lot before it got too bad, and I've never done any type of like donuts in the car. I've always done burnouts and stuff, but I've never done like, you know, successful donuts. And of course with snow and slush, makes it too easy. And I just had so much fun with that video, and if the opportunity allows it, I would definitely try to do it again if it's safe. Bruce definitely kind of got hung up in a few areas where the slush was a little piled high and the wheels were spinning. If I was like trying to leave, then it was spinning. So getting there was a little bit treacherous, but doing the donuts, it was so much fun, and would definitely do it again. And I'm just trying to take advantage of the winter. You know, it's a cold, rough time, so a lot of people want to stay inside, and I'm just like, well, if I could do this and have a little bit of fun with my car, then why not? So definitely number 3 on my list. Number 2 of all time, I would say, would have to be the Camaro ZL1 review, because I just enjoyed that review so much, because the car, it fit me so well, and I think it's something that I could truly see myself obtaining, and hopefully if I speak it into existence, I will be able to get one. But I just really felt like I was at home in that car, and the review just went really well. And as I said, I mentioned it before, it's in one of my top 3 car review videos, and that ZL1 is just, it's something else. I really love that car, so that's number 2 on my list. And my number 1 favorite video, I mentioned it before, but it's the High Flow Cat video. I can't tell, like I said, I watched that video so many times, just incidentally, like, oh, I'm gonna fast forward to my favorite part, and that High Flow Cat is just, it really woke up the dragon in Bruce, and it just really changed the car so much, and I'm so happy that I made the decision to do that. I'm so grateful for my friends that helped me install the High Flow Cats, and it was just, you know, I just really enjoy watching that video so much, and I really had fun doing it. So he's totally different from that. So I would say that has to be my number 1 video of all time, Bruce's High Flow Cats. So obviously, if you guys agree with my choices, please let me know in the comment section. I definitely want you guys' opinion on some of these. Feel free to do so in the comment section, but please let me know at least what your top 3 favorite videos are of mine, because I would like to know. I kind of want audience feedback so I can kind of know what genre of video that I need to start leaning towards to please you guys. So I'm curious. I have a lot of content that you guys may or may not have seen yet, so please let me know which of my videos are your favorites, top 3, top 5, whichever. Any of the ones that I mentioned, if they're your favorites, please let me know. So obviously I couldn't do all of this without you guys and without your support, so I just want to thank you guys once again. I'm still having a lot of fun doing it. I'm just having a little bit harder time finding the time to do so. You know, work and everything going on, it's just a little bit harder, and winter obviously, but I'm here. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, you already know, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you are enjoying the content. I do try to post as often as I can, so let me know in the comments what your favorite videos are of mine. I would love to know. Thank you guys again for watching. Thank you for your support, and I will see y'all next time. Take care.